Hello there, Lunar Squadron, and welcome back to the channel. We are less than a week away from the Game Awards as they are set to take place next Thursday, December 9th, and the question on everyone's mind is, will LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga be at this event? Now, in this video, we are going to give our thoughts as to whether or not we expect this game to be at the event next week, and we are also going to discuss, in the event that the game is not at the Game Awards, what that means for the game going forward. Does that mean cancellation? Does that mean delay? We're going to talk about all of that, but before we do that, we have a special announcement. As you all know, we have just recently hit 2,000 subscribers on the channel, and to celebrate, we are doing a Q&A giveaway. We will be giving away a LEGO set. However, the response that we have received to this Q&A has been incredible, so we're going to take the stakes to a whole nother level. We are going to be giving away not one, but 2 LEGO sets. That's right. We're going to be giving away a second LEGO set for this Q&A. Now, Andreas, how do you enter this giveaway?
It is very easy, guys. All you have to do is like this video. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel because we will only be giving out these LEGO sets to subscribers of the Lunar Squadron. We want to give back to the Lunar Squadron community, nobody else. And also, the third and final thing you need to do is submit your Q&A question in the comment section down below. You've seen a bunch of people do it in the comments down below for examples. Q&A with your question, anything that you would like to learn about Lunar Squadron, or our takes on anything, or just some random shit. Let us know in the comments down below, and we might talk about it in our Q&A. We're going to be picking our favorite comments that, you know, are things that we really would love to talk about on the channel, and we will be releasing that video at some point either later this weekend or early next week, depending on, you know, the timeline, news, everything like that. For now, Nick and I are going to be talking about the Game Awards. Nick, you know one award that I need to give out right this second?
What's that?
The award for Best Lizard. And do you have any idea who that award goes to?
The one from Geico? That one?
No, not the one from Geico, Nick. Our lizard. You know.
Oh, yeah. That one.
Yeah. Who is?
Bosk.
Bosk.
Tonight, it is finally time to give you one of these. You're one of the most deserving men to have one. You've always been there for me, and you have never disappointed me. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our industry icon, Mr. Bosk.
Woo! Congratulations, Bosk. You really deserve this one. All right, guys, let's jump into this video now. Alright guys, so the question on everyone's mind, will LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga be at the Game Awards next week? Now, as far as what we know, it's kind of similar to the situation we were in when it came to Gamescom. We haven't heard anything out of TT Games whether or not they plan on being at this event next week, and we kind of expect, if they are indeed going to be there, it's going to be pretty similar to how they handled Gamescom, where it came in, 24 hours, if that, before the event started. So if they're even intending to be at this event, I don't think this is something we are going to find out until later this week, probably like a Tuesday or Wednesday. But what do we think, Andreas? Do we think LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is going to be at the Game Awards? Does it make sense for it to be at the Game Awards? What are we thinking here?
Well, I mean, definitely it makes sense for TT Games to show off what they are ready to show off at every opportunity they have to show said content off. So I guess the first question is there an opportunity here for TT Games to show off their game? And we've seen the press surrounding the Game Awards. Jeff Keighley himself tweeting that this Game Awards will be filled with not just awards, but also he uses the word news. So there definitely will be news breaking at the Game Awards. And also we've seen tweets where Jeff Keighley has been kind of, you know, stomping out some fires, saying he can confirm that, for example, Activision Blizzard will not be a part of the Game Awards beyond its nominations. So this kind of infers that there are going to be some studios there that have something to share news-wise beyond their nominations. Now, will this be TT Games? It's kind of hard to say, because when we've been looking even at these leaked release dates recently, we're not talking about a release date for this game until, April, May, June, right? So once we're in April, that's 4 or 5 months removed from where we are now. Is that ideally where you feel like TT Games is going to be ready to show off something substantial? Because that's the next step for this game, guys. We are already at the point where they're showing off the marketing, like the GIFs and, all of these like pseudo leaks of devs talking about what they've seen. We're past that point now. We are now walking into a big substantive update about the game. Are we going to be ready to see that? What does TT Games history look like when it comes to stuff like big substantive demonstrations for their games, Nick?
Yeah, I think there's a couple important points to point out here. And the first is what the Game Awards is intended for, and it's intended to be an awards ceremony. The main focus of this event is to hand out awards for games that have released over the previous year, and then there will be some world premieres and some announcements. Whether or not that is something that TT Games wants to take advantage of, we're not entirely sure. To be honest with you, I don't really expect this to be at the Game Awards next week. I just don't think this is the event where it's going to happen, because the Game Awards and an event like Gamescom and E3 are they're different things. They're different entities. And when you really think about it, what would they show off at this award ceremony that they couldn't show off 2 months ago at Gamescom? Are we really expecting them to have, like you said, something substantial to show off where it's worth coming to a major event like this and taking up time and space to show something off? Because I don't think we need another one of their quote-unquote gameplay trailers. We're beyond that. We need the next major thing that needs to come for this game is actual gameplay or an actual walkthrough. Think back to when IGN, right before LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens released, about a month and a half to 2 months before, they got hands-on walkthroughs with the game where we saw actual gameplay, like extended gameplay. That's where we're at with this game. We don't need another pre-rendered CGI trailer of Yoda telling us to be patient and that the boy's not ready. We don't need that. If that is what they show off, or if that's what they choose to show off, honestly, it's just kind of a waste of time. It's not moving the needle at all. The next thing that comes for this game needs to move the needle. Needs to be substantial, like you said. And I just don't know if they're going to be ready to do something like that 2 months, 4 months later, whatever it's been since Gamescom, about 4 months. Really, the main point of this video is to talk about what happens if this game does not show up at the Game Awards next week. What does that mean for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga if it's not at the event next week? Does that mean it's canceled? Does that mean it's delayed? What do we think, Andreas? Because I think that's a little extreme. I know some people have kind of been like, if it's not at the Game Awards, then the game is in trouble. But don't we think that's a little extreme at this point?
I've kind of taken a hard stance on this one, as you guys know from prior videos, that I don't think there's any chance in hell that this game is canceled. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. This game is happening, guys. All of our indicators are pointing towards them finally meeting this release window. Like, we think that this is actually legit this time. They were already past the point of like embarrassing failure when it came to setting an appropriate release window. I think they got this one right, actually. And I think once we start to get into, the first few months of the year, I'm talking January, February, March, then that's kind of the red zone for me. That's where I'm expecting more of those, like you were saying, substantive updates for this game. But if they kind of, punt on the Game Awards, I'm not really thinking that it's, red flags time.
Red flags here!
Have you ever considered being a Jedi?
Big red flag!
I'm not really thinking that it is time to start saying that this game is canceled or that another delay is nigh. I honestly am holding out for those early months in the year because, like you said, Nick, TT Games has generally targeted those first couple of months before the game ultimately releases to really start hitting the marketing hard by way of showing actual extended gameplay looks at their game. With this game, we all know they've been particularly close to the vest with what they are welcome to show, and that's not necessarily a bad thing as long as they're not covering something. And hopefully everything is just like, inside devs have been saying recently that, what's going on is really beautiful.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Like you said, we have to remember that we are still 4 to 5 months outside of that spring window. So if this game is not at the Game Awards next week, there's no reason to go nuclear or red alert or raise red flags or anything. There's no reason to do any of that because, like you said, I personally am not really expecting things to kind of pick up until probably February or March for this game, or maybe even April or May. We are still we're months out from when we should start worrying if we're not hearing anything. Now, if like March or April rolls around and we've heard nothing, like we're in the exact same spot we're in right now, then yeah, we're probably in trouble with another delay. But if they're not at the Game Awards next week, please do yourself a favor. Don't freak out. It's not worth it. It doesn't mean the game is delayed. It certainly doesn't mean the game is canceled. I can't believe that is still a conversation that we even have to have. Like, this game being canceled at this point would be, dare I say, unprecedented. Like, this game isn't being canceled. I don't know why that keeps coming up in certain circles. It's just not happening. If anything, this game might get delayed again. But really, there's no reason to believe that this game is going to get delayed again because all of the signs are pointing to we're approaching the actual release date this time. There are things happening that were not happening in the past when they were coming up on those windows. Things are just starting to roll in the right way. So I guess the major takeaway from this video is we do not expect LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga to be at the Game Awards next Thursday. And if it is not, don't freak out. Don't panic. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that they are not ready to show anything in December. Remember, we are still 4 to 5 months outside of that spring release window. That is a lot of time. A lot of things can change in 4 to 5 months. A lot of polish can be added. A lot of things can be finished. So if they are not at the Game Awards on Thursday, that doesn't mean it's time to hit the panic button. It just means they are not ready to show anything. If they do show up and show something, then I think we're in really good shape going forward into spring, like early spring. I really do. I think if they're ready to show something now, then all things are firing. We're well off.
Yeah, I know we're all kind of waiting and really hoping for this extended gameplay look. I think that's what everybody wants to see because everybody wants proof that this game is up and running right. But honestly, a Game Awards demonstration like this isn't really the proper venue for an extended gameplay look, as you guys know. But who knows? I mean, like you said, Nick, we're still waiting on a release date for this game. If it were me, if I were TT Games, I would want to pair a release date with a nice long gameplay demonstration. That would honestly blow the roof off of wherever you are. But I don't know if this is particularly the venue to do it, and do you want to drop that demonstration to just show up somewhere and drop a release date really quick, get some claps, go home, or do you want to save it and do it all at once? Kind of hard to say. Either way, I'm right there with you, Nick. I'm not, panicking either way on this one, at least for another few months. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think that LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is going to show its face at the Game Awards, or do you think this is the next LEGOCon, or, Summer Games Fest, or I could just go down this road, but I'm not going to. Do you think that they are not going to be at this game show? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, let us know in the comments down below a Q&A question, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel for your chance to win not just one, but perhaps a second LEGO set that Nick and I will be giving away at our Q&A celebrating us reaching the milestone of 2,000 subs. We are so very grateful for all of you for joining our journey here on YouTube. Let's keep on rolling together. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and as always, we will see you all next time.